Hello everyone, in this video I'll be guiding you on the process of creating and selling Canva templates specifically tailored for selling on Etsy. So now let's dive right into the video. The first step is to set up a Canva account. Once you have completed the signing up process, you will land on the homepage like this. So look for a create design option located in the top right corner here. For the purpose of this tutorial, we will be focusing on creating social media templates. I personally prefer using the Instagram post size as it also fits within Facebook feeds too. So here we can create multiple pages for our posts so we can explore different designs. Just click on add a page button to effortlessly include another post. This way we can have fun experimenting with various ideas and styles. So before we jump into the designing process, let's draw some inspiration from Google. It's a great idea to search for your specific niche and gather ideas. So to take some time to narrow down your niches and be as specific as possible. This way you will have a cleaner direction when it comes to designing your templates. So let me search for quotes, for example. Here, as you can see, scroll and search for the one that we want. Once you find an inspiring quote, it's time to put your own spin on it and create unique content for your post. Let's say for the sake of demonstration, we select this particular quote as our starting point. Remember, it's always best to avoid directly copying someone else's content. Instead, let's take inspiration from the quote and put our own spin on it. I like to create something similar but with my own unique touch. Once you have gathered ideas for the content of your posts, it's good to keep in mind that you don't have to create social media posts with a predefined content like quotes or tips. While it's something I personally find effective, especially for specific niches, you have the flexibility to sell templates without pre-filled text. In that case, your customers can add their own unique content. It's just one approach among many, but I wanted to share the social media thing for you. Now that we have the content sorted out, let's move forward. To gather more ideas, we will explore Canva's own templates. So we can simply click on the design option located at the top, and we will look at Canva's templates for some inspiration. This will help us generate more creative ideas and refine our design approach. So one thing to remember, it's important to note that reselling any of Canva's templates is strictly prohibited. Creating and selling original templates on Etsy is way to go. So I have seen some individuals trying to sell templates from Canva's library, which can lead to some serious consequences, such as fines. So Canva actively monitors user activities within their account. Therefore, I highly recommend creating your own designs from scratch. While you can certainly take a look at Canva's templates for inspiration, it is crucial not to copy them. It's just because I have came across instances where people simply modify the color and the text of the template and sell it, which is also not permitted. Now let's take a peek at Canva's library by searching for let's say life. We will see a range of templates and we can choose the one to work with. However, keep in mind that we can only use it as a source of inspiration. So for now, let's go with a template which looks quite inspiring and will serve as a great starting point for our own design. So now let's dive right into the designing process. Click on the Elements tab here on the Canvas interface. This is where you'll find a wide range of images, graphics, lines, shapes, and other elements to build up your templates. Additionally, Please keep in mind that the information and steps we have discussed not only apply to social media templates, but also to any type of design you create in Canva for selling as a template. So whether you are working on social media templates or any other design category, you can follow these guidelines to ensure your templates are original and appealing to potential customers. Okay, so let's continue by finding a photo to use it as a background for our post. Scroll through the elements library and choose a photo that resonates with you. Remember, we will be using only free elements for this design. Make sure to look out for the labels or filters that indicate the elements are free to ensure that you don't have to invite extra costs while creating your design. Okay, now let's explore the available free photos and see which one catches your eye. So most of the photos here are free to use. I can just select the particular photo. So let's go with it as a background for our design, and you can stretch it out to cover the entire background, or you can simply click on the three tabs icon and choose the option that says save as background for a quicker option. So now we have successfully chosen our background. Okay, now let's add the text to our design. To do this, let's click on the text section and choose from the available heading styles. Let's select a nice text style that suits our design. So to change the font, simply highlight the text and navigate to the font selection area at the top here. If you'd like the text to be a bit bigger, you can go to the font size option and click on it until it looks good. Alternatively, you can use your mouse to stretch to the text box to make it bigger or zoom into smaller. Feel free to adjust the size until you are satisfied with the result. Now it looks good, so to change its color, just highlight the text and click on the text color option at the top. I think white would look good with it. If you feel like the design needs a little more flair, let's add some additional elements. So head back to the element section, specifically the shapes category. You'll find a variety of elements there, and most of them should be free to use. They should be readily available under that section, so you won't have to search for them. And feel free to select an element that enhances your design and make it more visually appealing. Okay, now let's just add a quotation mark to make the text stand out. In the element section, search for quote mark and click on the one in the quotation mark category. So as you can see here, these quotation marks are free to use. So now place the quotation mark around the text to give it emphasis. You can adjust the size as needed. Additionally, let's add some texture to the background of the text. In the Elements tab, search for texture and scroll down to find a suitable option. Simply select the one that you like. Perfect. So now we have added our quotation mark and applied the textured background to the text, enhancing the overall look of our design. Okay, now let's just spice up our design by adding some graphics. For this demonstration, let's search for stars in the element section. You will find a selection of nice looking stars to choose from. So remember, it's important to stick to the free elements. I will show you the difference between free and premium options. So as you can see here, the star is completely free to use. But if you see a small crown icon next to an element, like we have here, it means it's a pro element. So I strongly recommend avoiding pro elements in your design, because if your customers don't have the pro account, they will have to pay for those elements separately. So to keep things simple and cost effective for your customers, it's best to stick with using only free elements. So now let's go with this star. It looks nice and suits our design. To make a copy of this, you can simply highlight the star and select the duplicate option, or you can simply copy and paste the element. And we will place the duplicated star here, and it looks good. Okay, now let's create a new design. So first off, add some text to the canvas. Now it's time to change the background. Go to the element section and select photos. So let's just pick one here and use it as a background. So to add some extra flair, let's search for flower elements, and under the graphics category you will find several lovely flowers option to choose from. Most of them seem to be free, so feel free to pick the one you like. So let's just add in some of this one. It looks nice. We can change the image of that graphic as well by highlighting it and then come over to the colors option and we can make it okay. So let's make it white. So for the next design, let's go have a look in the Canvas library of free images of what we could use as a background. So let's do like a programming course stuff which has some laptop in the background, and don't forget to pick the ones that are free. So let's use this one and let's set the background image and looks good. So next let's add some shapes. So head over to the shapes section and let's pick this one and resize it as needed. So to make the shape fade and enhance the clarity of the text, we will adjust its transparency. Here, look for the transparency option at the top, which is represented by checkered boxes. So click on it and then simply lighten the shape by moving its transparency slider. Find the right balance to make the text clearer and more easily readable. Now let's head to the text section and make it nice and big. I want the text to have a strong presence, so we will increase its size. I will also change the font to this particular one. To enhance its visual appeal, I will select yellowish or orange color for the text. Great, so the text is looking good now. Let's add more by using the subheadings. We'll change the font for subheadings and choose for white color, and we will contrast nicely with the background. Okay, now let's just duplicate the one with the yellow color and create another heading. And under this heading, we can also list things by just copy and pasting the subheadings here. We can also include an area for their branding name. I prefer to position it here. The size of the text doesn't really matter, so you can choose any size you prefer, but I suggest something smaller. So here you can say your brand to indicate where they can insert their branding name. This will create a custom post template for them. Your customers have the option to purchase this template and personalize it by adding their own tips or content. You don't have to worry about providing perfect or specific content because most people will customize it to their own preferences. That's the whole purpose of using a template. Once you have determined the number of posts you have satisfied with, in our case we have 3 pages, it is time to create the link for it. Okay, now to create a link for the template, navigate to the top where it says share and click on it. Look for the option that says template link. Please note that this button may not always be visible. So if you don't see it, you can click on more and it should be available in the options. Once you find the create template link option, click on it and then simply copy the generated link. This link will allow you to share the templates with others. So now, as you can't attach the template link directly on Etsy, you need to put the link in the file to upload to your Etsy listing. You can create a PDF file which includes the template link and other details like your shop name and how to use the template, links to the printing services, and etc. So you can then attach the PDF to your Etsy listing. So to make things efficient, I use a PDF file that serves as a general format for all my templates. This PDF file is the one you will upload to the platforms like Etsy, allowing people to access and utilize the template easily. In terms of PDF itself, it's a simple and straightforward design. It provides all the necessary information and elements for the users to customize the template according to their needs. So next, let's include the template link into the content. To ensure clarity, we can mention that the PDF consists of codes and an online course flyer. To add the template link, highlight the specific text where you want to insert the link, look for the link option and click on it, and then simply paste the link into the design field. That's it. The link is now included and ready for others to access. So now you go to Etsy account, and at the bottom of your Etsy listing, you can add or attach your PDF file in the listings section. I would recommend having at least 20 listings to start. So you have successfully created a Canva template and made it ready to get sold on Etsy. I hope you find the video useful. So thank you. See you in the next one.